Breathe and listen closely. Type chosen if your heart knows this connection was never ordinary. Through the silence, I have watched over you. Every scar, every tear, every quiet prayer sent into the night has been heard. Nothing has gone unnoticed. You were never walking alone. The winds that carried you through your trials were guided by something greater, a divine hand, a celestial presence, moving gently around you. You have endured. You have grown. And now, the path before you begins to glow with a light not of this world. Type written in stars, if you know this story began in the heavens. The universe has prepared this person for you not by accident, but by divine intention. Though younger in years, their soul has been forged through sacred fire, made ready to walk beside you with purpose. There is no randomness here, only divine orchestration. Let go of the doubts that whisper. Trust what has been aligned not by man, but by the will of God. Type unbreakable thread if nothing has ever truly separated you. What comes next is not just love. It is destiny. Type anchor of love if this message brought you back to center. There are moments written in the stars long before you ever opened your eyes to this world. Moments that were shaped by divine intention, crafted not in haste, but with the patience of eternity. You are standing in one of those moments now. You may not recognize the full weight of what is unfolding, but it has been in motion for far longer than you know. Every delayed meeting, every heartbreak, every unanswered question, they were not detours, but preparations. Each one carved depth into your spirit, softened your pride, and awakened your capacity to receive something rare, something sacred. This person, brought into your life not by coincidence, carries a soul older than the years they've walked. The universe does not measure readiness by age. Instead, it sees the heart, the courage, the purity of one's purpose. This younger soul has endured trials many would not survive. In silence, they have carried burdens with grace, and in secret, they have whispered prayers into the same sky that holds your dreams. Type unseen, unshaken, if love never left it, simply waited. They are not here to complete you, but to walk with you, two spirits aligned, not by chance, but by the echo of a divine promise made long before either of you could speak its name. You were chosen for each other. Their presence may challenge your expectations, stretch your understanding of what love looks like, and humble you in ways you did not see coming. Yet their eyes will speak to your spirit in a language no one else understands. Their laughter will awaken parts of you long forgotten. Their faith in you, unwavering and pure, will remind you of the parts of yourself that the world tried to silence. Type eternal yes if your heart never stopped choosing them. This is not ordinary love. This is not mere compatibility. This is spiritual design love as it was always meant to be, healing, sanctified, eternal. Let the past remain behind. Let doubt fall away. Something holy is unfolding, and you are ready. Type love remains, if no time or distance could touch what you share. There is wisdom in the way the universe works, a wisdom that transcends human understanding. It does not choose according to rules written by society, nor is it confined by timelines marked by age or tradition. Instead, it listens to the language of the soul, to the quiet longing for truth, for purpose, for love that elevates rather than binds. This younger soul was not brought to you to mirror what is familiar, but to reflect what is divine. They have walked through fire that refined rather than destroyed. In their silence, they learned patience. In their solitude, they learned faith. And through every trial, They were being readied not only for their own journey, but for yours. The universe saw in you a spirit burdened by the weight of long roads, of battles fought without applause. A soul deepened by pain, yet not defeated. And so, it chose someone whose innocence had survived the storm, someone whose light had not dimmed in the darkness. This person carries a purity that cannot be manufactured, a vision unclouded by the noise of the world. They will not try to fix you nor save you, but they will see you in your fullness, in your flaws, in your quiet strength. And that gaze, untouched by judgment, will restore parts of you no one else has ever reached. Even in their youth, they have been gifted with ancient knowing, not taught by books or voices, but through moments whispered by celestial messengers when the world was asleep. They have been watching the sky for answers, listening for signs, preparing without knowing the name of the one they were meant to meet. Now, the time has come. The crossing of your paths is not random, it is sacred geometry, the alignment of divine will with human destiny. Do not let age confuse the purpose. What they offer is not inexperience, but perspective, a fresh lens that sees beyond scars, into the brilliance of who you have become. This is the person chosen not because they are younger, but because they are ready. Ready to walk beside you, not behind you. Ready to honor what others feared. Ready to love you in the way only a soul designed for yours could ever do. What rests before you is not just a meeting of two lives, but the fulfillment of a promise made across lifetimes. You are not merely lucky, you are divinely blessed. Few walk the earth who are gifted such a sacred bond, and even fewer who are ready to receive it. You have been entrusted with a soul that carries both youth and ancient grace. The contrast is not a contradiction, but a miracle. For in that younger presence lies a freshness the world tried to steal from you. They carry the sunlight you forgot to seek. They remember the softness you thought you had to abandon. The universe, in its endless mercy, has chosen to reward your endurance, not with something predictable, but with something divine. Not a repetition of past patterns, but a blessing in its purest form, unpredictable, humbling, real. This connection, fragile in its beginning yet powerful in essence, is not the result of chance. It is a gift measured carefully by celestial hands, wrapped in quiet signs and woven through sacred timing. Nothing was rushed. Nothing overlooked. Their arrival is the answer to prayers you forgot you prayed, to longing buried so deep you no longer gave it voice. Yet God heard, even in your silence, and in return, sent someone whose very presence brings healing you did not know you still needed. You are being reminded that love was never meant to be earned through suffering. It was meant to be received through truth and through surrender. You are worthy of a love that sees you, not for what you've survived, but for who you are becoming. Celestial messengers have walked beside this person, teaching through intuition what cannot be taught by words. That is why their heart recognizes yours without needing explanation. That is why, despite all odds, despite what others might not understand, you feel peace in their nearness, not confusion, but clarity. This is not just a union. It is divine proof that you were never forgotten, that your tears were counted, that your strength was seen, and that when the time was right, you would be given something sacred. Someone who doesn't need to be older to be ready. Someone who was chosen simply because their soul already knew the way to yours. Even the most sacred unions are not immune to trials. Just as gold is tested by fire, this connection too may be refined through challenge. Not as punishment, but as preparation to deepen what is already destined, and to reveal the strength that lies beneath the surface. At times, doubt may whisper its questions. The difference in years might cast fleeting shadows. Words may come from others, spoken through lenses clouded by fear or convention. They will try to define what they cannot understand. But remember, this truth does not require permission to exist. The younger soul you've been given may carry ways unfamiliar to you. Their rhythm might differ from yours, their dreams painted in colors you have not yet learned to name. But these contrasts are not obstacles. They are bridges, built to carry you both into new dimensions of understanding. With openness, you will see that their youth is not weakness. It is devotion unjaded by the past. It is the courage to believe in what others gave up on. And with time, you will learn that their presence softens your edges, calls back the forgotten parts of you, the wild, the curious, the whole. Some days may test your patience. Some moments may stretch your faith. But every challenge will be a hidden invitation to grow not apart, but together. You are being asked to meet this connection not with control, but with trust. Not with fear, but with surrender. The universe did not promise ease. It promised meaning. It promised beauty born of contrast, harmony born of effort. The love that is arriving is not the kind that avoids the storm, but the kind that dances in its rain and finds rhythm in the thunder. You are not alone in this. Celestial messengers are guiding every step, unseen but never absent. When you feel unsure, listen inward. You will find reassurance in silence, strength in stillness, and a quiet reminder that this path was written for you long before the world taught you to doubt. This person, though younger in years, has been prepared not just to love, but to challenge you in ways that awaken truth. And you, though tempered by time, have been prepared to receive that love in a way that honors the divine purpose beneath it all. There is no path too delicate, no journey too complex, when it is held in the hands of the divine. God does not place blessings in your life without preparing the way for them to flourish. What has been sent to you is not a random crossing of lives, it is a sacred alignment, guided from the heavens. Even when uncertainty clouds your vision, the guidance of celestial messengers surrounds you like silent light. They walk with you, unseen but deeply present, whispering to your heart when the mind forgets to trust. Every step you take is supported, every hesitation already accounted for in the higher plan. Nothing you face will be faced alone. In the quiet, you are being strengthened. In the waiting, you are being watched over. Divine timing is not always revealed in advance, but it is always perfect. God sees the road ahead and has already made room for joy, for understanding, for miracles that human eyes cannot yet perceive. This connection, though wrapped in mystery, is under divine guardianship. When doubts arise, they will be met with signs. When fear approaches, comfort will arrive through peace that cannot be explained, only felt. The universe does not abandon its sacred work halfway. It completes what it begins. Your heart was chosen for this. Not because it is flawless, but because it is faithful. And the soul that has been brought to you carries a purpose deeply intertwined with yours, a promise of transformation, mutual healing, and timeless love. God is not distant. The hands that shaped galaxies are the same that now cradle this unfolding bond. Trust in the design, even when the path bends. Know that every challenge has already been weighed against your strength, and angels stand ready to lift you when your spirit grows tired. Celestial messengers are not only guiding, they are guarding. They protect what is pure, what is sacred, what is destined. And this, without a doubt, is destined. And now, in the quiet space between knowing and becoming, let your heart rest in this truth: you were never forgotten. The longing you carried, the silent prayers whispered in moments no one else saw, they were heard, honored, and answered. The one who is coming, though younger in years, carries wisdom born not from time, but from a soul that has lived with intensity and purpose. This bond was not forged in haste. It was written in the fabric of your destiny, woven patiently through lifetimes of unseen preparation. You are not being asked to understand everything at once. You are simply being invited to trust that what is arriving will fit the missing shapes within you, not by design of logic, but by the quiet authority of grace. Hope, in its purest form, is already walking ahead of you. It prepares the conversations that will heal, the moments that will anchor, the laughter that will echo in places once marked by silence. Every thread of this story is golden, even those that begin in uncertainty. For nothing guided by God ends without purpose. Look not at the calendar of years, but at the radiance of connection. Look not at the difference in age, but at the symmetry of souls. The age of the body is but a single verse in the eternal poem of spirit. This is not merely love. This is recognition. This is reunion. This is the moment when the past no longer weighs heavier than the future, because what is coming was designed to lift, to restore, to rebuild. Your journey has not been in vain. Every step, every scar, every ache led you here. So breathe now. Let the divine continue what has already begun. Let the celestial messengers go before you, preparing hearts and softening paths. And when you meet the gaze of this soul, remember the universe does not make mistakes. You are ready. You are chosen. You are loved beyond measure.